Welcome to the John Show with your host, John Doogie Clouser.
All right. What's going on, everyone? How are you? We are here on a new episode of the Juan Solo Show with your host, me, Juan D. Clouser, or John D. Clouser, whichever one you prefer. It doesn't matter. I'm just glad you're here. How are you? Doing well? Doing swell? Doing fantastic, I hope. So this is episode 216 of this beautiful podcast that I do. It's so much fun. It's a good time. It's actually, not gonna lie to you, since I know I've only done this is what, week 2 of the, I guess, new format. I guess if there is a new format, if I'm able to stick to it, who knows? I could just totally lose track of time and lose all track of everything, and it just all goes to hell. I have a friend who watches the show, and he's like, "Why do you always leave the coughs in?" He's like, "Why don't you just take them out?" I'm like, because you say that now, I low-key want to just keep them in now, just to annoy you. So, anyway, like I said, it's a new week. It is Sunday. What is it? Sunday, April 14th of our Lord and Savior. It is actually my little puppy's. She's not a puppy anymore. She's 2. So she's way out of adolescence. She's in their teenage years now, and God damn it, you can tell sometimes when we are going on walks how she is so fucking. She's such a dickhead sometimes. Because she wants to go do her own thing, and she wants to explore. She's a teenager now, so I'm just like, gosh, but she's 2. Man, I remember going to Fordsville, Missouri, getting her. And she, holding her, and then they heard it just be just wiggling and just lick, and now she's just this 12-pound, 5-ounce dog that's just nothing but a big ball of love, who just loves to go on walks and play fetch and tug of war and sit on your lap if you let her. It's just what she does. She has a pretty simple, and then she passes out on ponchos. She's like, there's a big pile of blankets out on the couch. She just digs into it and makes a bed and falls asleep. And she marks all of them in one time. It's great. It's just what she does. It's who she is and how she does it. So this podcast, what are we going to do? How are we going to do it? What's new with me? Nothing much. I think I might have fixed my golf swing yesterday. That's always the thing. You could literally you could go to a man, or this is the thing. A guy to a guy can have a conversation. Like, so how are you doing, Tim? I'm doing good. I think I fixed my golf swing, and that could be the end of the conversation, and everyone knows, oh, Tim's doing great, dude. That guy is living the best of his life right now. He just fixed something that was massively wrong in his life, and it's almost like quitting drinking. It's like when you figure something like that out, it's like a massive move in your life. Some of you don't understand, and I understand, and I hope to God you have something in your life that's like that, because it is incredible. And it was just a small little adjustment. I just choke up a little bit more on my 7-iron, and then I choke up a little bit more on my driver. And the thing is, I've just added 35 yards to my goddamn fucking swing. It is insane what has happened. It's like, oh, I'm like, how am I such a decently muscular man, and I'm hitting the ball straight, but I'm not hitting it that far. And it's like, I guess it's like, in truth, if you're starting out, it's better to be hitting it straight versus hitting it super far, because you could be hitting it super far and ride wide right, and you're fucked. And then you could be going way left, and then you're just causing yourself to do a lot more work instead of just going straight down the fairway. Because my thing is, like, it could be 80 fucking feet. I get the ball 80 feet, but if it's straight and in the play, who gives a fuck? Like, you're in play versus having to come out of the fucking rough. Anyway, what do we got here? So, the eclipse happened. Did you guys watch it? Is that shit so crazy? And what's even crazier is, like, it's crazy that we know how to do it. And we have iPhones and we have the internet. I have two computers in front of me. I have this microphone connected to this audio device that's recording my audio. That's recording me talking. That's recording the sound. It's insane. Like we all, like, you might know how to use something like that, like a device to record audio equipment or video equipment. Or you might know how to, like, go on, like, an app, but do you know how to run that app? No, none of us do. Like, there's like 6 of us that know how to run them. So it's just fucking crazy. It's just wild that we are able to understand, or we're able to predict the eclipse. Like, so the eclipse happens. So then what's the next one? I think the next one's like in 2055, I think. Let's see here. When is the next solar eclipse? Oh, what did I say? 2055? It's 2044. So I was right on the last 2 numbers being like the same number. Roughly. Just 11 off. Just 11 years off. No big deal. After the total eclipse on April 8th, 2024, the next solar eclipse that can be seen from the United States will be on August 23rd, 2044. We can't normally see the corona, the sun's outer atmosphere, because the sun's surface below is so much bigger. But yeah, isn't it crazy? But like the way that we see it, because the sun is like what, like 50, okay, let's see. I think it's 500 million times bigger than the moon, but no, it's 300 times bigger than the moon, and then it's like 300. But then the reason why you can see the moon in front of the sun is because it is 300 million. Was it 300 million feet or 300 million yards, like, from the sun? Let's look at this. How far is the sun from moon? About 150 million kilometers, so about 93 million miles. Not even close. What was I saying? Like, I started with 500. I was like, no, that's way too much. And so I was like, it's probably going to be about 300 million. And no, it's about 93. It's about 93. It's not even 100. It's not even 100. It's closer to 80 than it is. It's closer to 80 than it is to 100. But yeah, isn't that insane how we're able to figure that out? And like, then there's like people who were just on boats. Like, they were just on boats and they were just like looking at the sky, and like they somehow they know how to do it. It's like, I bet there's more people back then that actually knew how to do the mathematical equation to figure it out versus us now. But do they know how to TikTok? That's the real question. Do they? Oh God, talking about that. That's something that's been annoying the shit out of me. So like, I know I shouldn't care, and I really don't, and that's not the point of it. I think the reason why these things even come into my brain are just because I have to have something to talk about. And then, of course, if this is the only thing you see, this is the only opinion you're going to have of a human. It's like, he's a fucking moron. But if you knew me like day to day, you know I'm so nice. But we... Okay. Can we stop? Can people stop getting drunk on Facebook Live? Like, you're 42. Like, you're in your bathroom. Like, and the thing is, again, production design. I keep talking about this. Production design. It's like you're in your bathroom, like there's a hole in the wall. Like I see your goddamn scrubby that you use to wash your body. It's like, I don't want to see these things. These things are gross. This is gross. I see I got eight towels on the ground. I bet they're all wet too. I don't know how people do it. I don't understand how people can live their life taking a shower, dry off, and just throw that towel on the bed or throw the towel on the floor. It's like, do you not want that towel to be dry? Because then when you get, oh man. Because then the next time you take a shower, you grab that towel and there's like pockets of wet. And it's like, what was the point? I'm drying myself with something that's already wet. These are the things that I think about, and they run in my mind all the time. That, and then how people can wear. I used to date this girl, and it annoyed the living shit out of me. She used to wear her short ankle socks and then put a long sock over it, and because she used double up on socks. Like, that's not the thing that annoyed me. It was like, why don't you put the long sock on and then put the short sock on? That makes more sense. An amazing woman, incredibly intelligent. She's a goddamn doctor. But it's just like, why do you want to do that? I just feel like you're gonna push that sock, and there's gonna be a big ball. There's gonna be a big ball about that big on the back of your heel, and is that to keep your foot secure? I just don't get it. And two, it's like, it seems so hot. Like, you're gonna burn through that first layer of sock, and it's just gonna be so wet, and then you're not gonna be as hot, and it's gonna get so cold. You're gonna be so cold, but again, these are the thoughts that go through my head. I'm just like, I would be at work and I'll just be thinking about it. Like, instead of thinking about, like, oh, what can we do on our first day? I'm thinking, like, why is she wearing her sock, the ankle sock first, and then the long sock? Wait, what? Doesn't it make more sense? The long sock, then the ankle sock, and then you put it in the shoe. Life. And I think these shorts are a little too short. I'm slowly going back out of the thing of, like, I used to not mind wearing shorter shorts. I didn't care. Now I'm kind of like, I'm 35. I don't really want to wear short shorts anymore. I kind of want to just look somewhat distinguished and somewhat just normal. Is this part of growing up? Yeah. So this is where we're at, guys. This is life. Yeah, because it's just odd. It's just odd why we do this. Why we do these things is just like, just get a hobby. Granted, some people would be like, "Hey, John, why do you do what you do?" And it's the same thing, but at least there was somewhat production design put into this. There's lights. I take pictures, talking about that too. Like, so since I put these two computers on this desktop, yeah, and I had two other lights, so like right here and right here, there's two lights, and then there's the camera, as you can see. Well, the camera got knocked a couple weeks ago, and then I didn't really like the framing of it that much, and so I just reframed it. So it might be a little different this week, if you can tell. Like, there might be a little bit more frame to I guess it'd be camera or screen. It'd be screen right. For you, it'd be screen right. For me, it would be I guess it would be my right too. Anyway, I'm just saying that I'm just kind of also killing a little bit of time, because in the whole structure of my new format, I don't technically want to start my videos yet. I want to start at 15 minutes, because I gave myself a good 10 minutes of talk. That's me. That's what's up. How are you? And now we're gonna get into the. I guess would you like to get into the videos of this week? So this first one is actually just kind of funny to me. I looked down at the I look down at my recorder and I'm like, did I not push record? But the funny thing, this is what I do is like I push record and then I'll start doing like my final steps of getting this thing ready. So like just making sure like the lights on my desk are correct, making sure that I have like the final like videos up and all that stuff. And then, while that's going, like, like it'll burn like a couple minutes. I'm like, but it's good to have that going. So then I don't forget to push record, because that's the main thing, is making sure there's audio. That's the main part of this whole goddamn thing. Anyway, so this whole first video is just a funny little video. I thought, it's just, I want to start making videos something like this because I think it'd be funny, because it's just so absurd. But then I've tried doing this stuff before and no one likes it. No one likes it when I do this, because I used to do Craigslist misconnections, and I used to like put random videos together with the audio of like someone writing a misconnection, and no one liked it. It was not well received at all. But yeah, so I guess we can try this video.
Now when your broke ass wake up today and you didn't make no money yesterday, you gonna eat you a fucking apple sandwich. Yeah. Rich niggas get to eat hibachi. Shut the fuck up. You was sitting over there thinking about what the fuck you could do. You can't do nothing. Shut up. Get you the thinnest slices of apple, and we gonna get you the thinnest slice of bread. Cause your motherfucking pocket's so goddamn thin right now that you couldn't afford nothing like hibachi. That's too much. Steak? Dinner? No. Salmon? Bitch, fuck out of here. You sit down and you eat this invisible ass meal right here. Yeah. Stack a couple of them up. Yeah, cook it up. It look good, don't it? Yeah, you go eat that little apple turnover sandwich, bitch.
I thought that, dude, it's because it's just really well shot. It's actually a really well shot video, and it's just like ADMSR or ASMR. Yeah, I can't do it because this microphone's not set to like a super high gain setting right now. Because that's what you do, is you basically you go really soft and you whisper, because the softer you go, the louder it's going to project, and you just do like little things, and you have like nails and shit. And I to me, doesn't do anything for me. It's if anything, it actually kind of does the opposite. I'm just kind of like, this is weird and odd. All right, so yeah, so let's go to the next one. Next one's pretty good. Here you go.
ਡਿਊਟੀ ਕੀ ਲੱਗੀ ਸਾਰੇ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਕਲਾਕਾਰ ਨੇ ਫੜ ਕੇ ਬਿਠਾ ਲਓ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਆਏ ਨੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਤੇਰਾ ਨਾਂ ਲਿਆ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜੀ ਇਸ ਤਾਂ ਠੀਕ ਆ ਕੱਲਾ ਇੱਕ ਮੂਸੇ ਵਾਲਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੋਟ ਆਉਂਦਾ
See, the thing with this is like I thought about it. Think about like the logistics of this. So you do it, but like, are you gonna be able to get a nice little curl every time on your own? Like, that's one of those things where like someone has to do it for you. It's not very user friendly, but it is kind of fun. It's just a funny, random, weird video of someone choosing to do that. There's nothing weirder than that than weave and stuff. So, it is what it is. Let's see, what is this one? Oh, okay. Let's wait on these ones. Oh, because these ones are annoying. Oh, okay. These ones are long and annoying. I don't know if I even want to use them anymore. Now thinking about it, because in the whole scheme of how this show is going, I really don't want to talk about it, because it's like it was just so weird, because it's like it's the people who use it's people who use like God to for clout, and because it's one of the weirder ones, because they're always like, I'm so humble, I'm so this, I'm so that. And it's like, I'm going through my rebirth, which is cool, which is great. That's awesome. Like, everyone has a rebirth. Everyone finds God, or, something like that. Some sort of God-likeness, something to believe in. But the only thing is, like, it's so weird when people find Jesus, quote unquote, because it could be Jesus, Muhammad, whatever, but it's always Jesus. It's always Jesus. Let's be real. Because it's the easiest one. It's the lowest hanging one out of all of them. Just saying. And it's so fucking mean. Well, when they do that, then they have to like boast, and they have to brag about it. And it's like, that's the thing. Is like, do you understand? Like, when like Muhammad and Moses, Jesus all went through the rebirth. You know what they did? Like they went to a cave, they went to a desert, they went out in the woods. They went so far away from everything, and they shutted the fuck up. They didn't talk. They didn't bring anything about it. They just worked on themselves. That's just what they did. They just did that, and then they didn't say a fucking word. And then X amount of time went by, and they came back, and I was like, "Oh, what happened?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, this is what happened. I went, I grew." And you're a full blossom. You're not. And the biggest thing is, you're not wasting all of our time by talking about some dumb shit that you're going to change in 3 weeks. Because that's part of it's going to fade. But everyone's like, "Oh, where's all that stuff out? You're not talking about that shit anymore." It's because part of it does. It's just part of it. It's shut the fuck up. Because it's just so fucking weird. It's weird. It's I'm going to be humble. It's being humble is not talking about it. You can't be humble by talking about being humble. That's not how that works. You fucking mouth fuck. Goddamn moron. I got to watch it because I'm starting I'm in a phase right now where I don't give a shit. In the sense of I'm dude, that's so fucking stupid. Just stop. And I'm but I'm doing it with myself. And most of the time I'm trying to self-correct, but it's bad. It's when you eat you go through a span of eating fast food, and you're what am I doing? I should just eat chicken and rice. What the fuck am I doing? It's a lot like that right now, but mentally I'm just oh, what the fuck you? Fuck that. Go fuck yourself, you mouth fuck. And it's okay, no, bring it back. Let's bring it back. Okay. Let's not think like that because that's so much energy. It is a lot of energy. It is a shit ton of energy unless you're using that energy to then spawn something like this. Then I guess it's useful. But I'm still doing both. I'm not just using and thinking of it and then writing it down and then excreting it here. I'm excreting it out in the world and then excreting it here too. So you can't do both. It's too much. It's a lot of work, and it just physically, emotionally drains you. That's me through my self-talk. Do it a lot. Anyway, so let's watch this next video. This video is fucking wild, and then we'll move on to advice.
Now I can start my car.
Wild. Wow. Real cool chick. That stuff is wild to me. When, one, the fact that you got a DUI and then you had to get the breath thing installed into your car. Wild. The fact that you record someone maybe you want to have that video so then you can always have it. Well, that's the thing. It's one thing to record that video and then keep it for yourself and then you have it. So you're okay, I never want to come back to this place. This is a place where I never want to go back to. Understandable. Makes sense. But then to post it online and then to want to get, again, this is that weird, want to get clout. It's what do I keep talking about? You need to get a hobby. You just need to have something that you could do. And then use that. That's the thing. That's the whole thing. That's the key to it is to get a hobby. But yeah, okay. So I guess moving on. I need to start getting little a little soundboard to indicate the end of or in the beginning of different what do you call them? Segments. Look. Okay, so where are we at? Drive into anything. Where was that? I wanted to read. I feel dumb. No, the bromance. Okay, so this is how we're gonna end this podcast. Was through the advice part of Reddit. So I go on Reddit, right, and I go to advice, and then I just find the most absurd ones, of course, that relate to the show that aren't supposed to be like serious. They're just really stupid. So this one is bromance or am I horny? This is almost like Craigslist misconnections, but just Reddit basically. We just probably a little bit more vulgar, but oh god, we should do Craigslist misconnections because I haven't been on Craigslist. I haven't been on that thing it's been a while. So I can only imagine like where it's gone from what I used to see to like what it is now. Because you know how all these apps, they all evolve. They all go through changes and growths. So let's go. Bromance or am I horny? Long story short, my homie and I went out to drink 2 years ago. And when it was time to go home, he told me to give him head in the car. I did, but it was my first time ever, and I've never been attracted to a man before. A few months passed, and we had a threesome with a girl. Another went by, and we had another threesome with a girl. I decided to be bold one time and texted and asked him if he wanted head again. I was horny, in parentheses, and he replied with, "I'm not gay, bro." Last year, he sent me a video of himself jerking off and told me I'm just teasing. Okay. I can't help but want to do sexual things with him now. I've never been attracted to a guy before, and somehow I really get horny for him. Has this happened to anyone before? Is this bromance? Is this what bromance is? I mean, this seems more like this is what the Romans. I just watched a video of this guy explaining this video. He's explaining how like Romans used to like get naked and oil each other up and bang the fuck out of each other before. I shouldn't have used it like that. They just banged each other. I didn't need to use that fuck, but then they banged each other before battle. Like this is what it seems a lot like. This seems a lot. You guys are just being what you call Romans. You're just Romans, or you're just being Trojans. You know, and that might mean why Trojan condoms are called Trojan condoms, because the Trojan warriors would bang the shit out of each other. That actually kind of connects the dots a little bit. I just think you guys are both, I don't know. I mean, you still... See, what's so awesome about this is this is just like has just enough like details and enough purity where you can like, yeah, this is a real story. This is a real honest, like, yeah, this you can tell this one's real. And you can tell like some of them are fake, but no, this one's honest. This is what bromance is. Yeah, I guess I would say so. Maybe this is your Brokeback Mountain moment. Maybe this is like the only man you'll ever love, kind of like how when Brokeback Mountain was. And then, your friend will get married, and you will get the shit beat out of you and put into a ditch. I don't know. That's how that story ended. I don't know how your story's gonna end. Let's see here. Oh, this is kind of a long one. They're actually all kind of long. I feel kind of dumb. Okay, well, we got we got 38 seconds left. Well, anyway, I guess that's it. That's the show, guys. We made it. This new format where I only have to talk for like 10 minutes and the rest of it is like really kind of like thrown up to me. This is so much better. I should have done this a long time ago. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys on the next episode. All right.